welcome everyone to another episode of the In the Hot Seat podcast, where I put myself in the hot seat, talk about the best of pro wrestling and pop culture. Got a lot to get through for this month, so let's get right down into it. What we have for coming up for the first round, where we have Ricky Saints being able to go to SmackDown. I think that's really uh, been interesting so far. It hasn't been like the best start for him so far, but it's actually slowly but surely working its way out for him. And now he's dealing with the United States Championship picture, so that's really cool there. We also have Fatal Influence able to be on SmackDown, Danhausen on SmackDown, the Street Profits on Raw. And speaking of what's coming up for the rest of the roster, going into for NXT now, where we had some new members, and I wasn't too sure how things were going to be able to transpire with that. So we have Lizzie Rain, Will Cruz, Cam Hendricks, and Evil all being part of the NXT roster. So there was able to be a shakeup with that. And I really like how things was able to turn around. I wasn't too sure how NXT would be able to deal with the recent changes for the call ups and everything. So I am happy so far what's been happening and curious to see what's going to be happening next. Going into NWA, where we have the Women's TV Championship by Giselle Strong. I'm happy she was able to win the championship and be the first trans woman to actually do that. So that's really dope and badass there. Also, what we have going into AAA, like Catalina actually debuts. I'm really impressed so far of what I've seen out of her. Can't wait to see what else she has in store. Back into NWA, they were able to be on comment so far, and it's been a different uh, change for them, being able to be on TV now. So that's really cool. I've been enjoying it so far. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, getting into a more NWA where we had Trevor Murdoch actually basically retiring from the ring, and it looks like he'll be still sticking around with NWA, but doing other things at the moment, and kind of like being the manager, I believe, with Mike Knox. And we'll see what happens with that. We also had the John Cena Classic announced. Not really too sure what else is going to be happening. It's going to be, I think, like a tournament, something like that, where we'll have a champion and everything. So, and people will get to vote. So it's kind of confusing how it was actually announced. I actually thought that Cyber Sunday would actually be returning, since that was actually based on the votes and everything back then. It was kind of ahead of its time. So we'll see what else comes about with more news on that, but we haven't really heard anything else since then. But I like the concept so far, but it was just kind of confusing in how it was explained and everything. So we'll see what happens with that. Then back into NWA, where we had Tiffany Neves actually winning the women's world title. Uh, that has been, in a way, a long time coming. So really curious to see what she's going to be doing with the Women's World Championship and everything. So I'm happy for her on that. Also, if you may have noticed by the title, getting into part two of the releases and everything, there was more releases as of last month, where we had Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, a part of the New Day, actually released, and it kind of sucks to actually see that, because I thought they would actually be there for the long run, and I didn't expect them to go elsewhere. So far they haven't really signed anywhere just yet, but it does suck to see uh, that part of the New Day actually being able to be let go. But I'm curious to see where they're going to be going next, if they do go anywhere, or if they somehow still might come back to WWE and sign a new deal. But that hasn't really uh, been happening as of yet. So we could be seeing them possibly being in AEW. That seems to be the way for them to be going as of right now. So we'll see. Also, when we had Tonga Loa and Jason Mateo of the MSTs actually being released, and I really didn't care for that too either. Uh, I thought the MFTs were actually fine and doing well as a stable. Jason Mateo just recently got there, so he hasn't really been there too long. So that was weird how that turned about. So I'm hoping maybe at some point they will be able to come back as well. But we'll see what happens with that. So the MFT is kind of like slowly but surely just going away, which is unfortunate. But I thought the stable was fine as is. Fabian Eichner actually joins Team A recently. I'm really curious to see what else he's going to be doing as a single star. Um, when he was with Imperium, I thought the group was fine, and I felt like the group didn't really need to be split up. But when they did, I didn't really care for that. But it looks like it's turning around for each of the actual members of the groups, with Gunther on his own, and with Ludwig Kaiser on his own, and of course with Fabian Eichner on his own. So we'll see how things will be able to turn around for them. So we'll see what happens with that. Brock Lesnar actually coming back from retirement. I thought it would be the best for him to retire at WrestleMania, but it looks like he's looking to deal with Open Family and probably up until SummerSlam, maybe then retire at that point. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, on some possible returns, it looks like Baron Corbin might actually be coming back, which would be really cool to see. As he's been dealing with MLW, and it looks like they're going to be rebuilding the tag team division. So it looks like Enzo and Cass might be coming back. Mainly, so for Enzo and Morgan, and then we'll see probably Big Cass follow afterwards. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, we have Solar Group becoming the Women's Intercontinental Champion, which has been really cool to be able to see her get the championship. So I'm happy for her. So we'll see what else is still to come out of her championship run. I've been enjoying it so far. I'm definitely happy for her. Getting into AAA, where we had El Grande Americano, both of them actually going head to head and in a mask versus mask match, and actually having the reveal with Chad Gable being one of the El Grande Americanos. And we'll see what's going to be happening next for Chad Gable. It looks like he's trying to make things right after, bad mouthing other people and turning heel and everything. And we'll see where things go. So it looks like he's trying to turn things around, and hopefully he'll be back with his own stable again. And that would be nice. In the beginning, I wasn't too sure about how I felt about this. I was hoping it wouldn't last forever, which it didn't seem to be after a while. So now that we have one of them actually being in Max, hopefully the other one will actually be in Max at some point, and then we'll see them go back to their actual normal ways. So overall, I thought the match was really good. I enjoyed it, and I'm happy Chad Gable is back to himself. Also, what we have in MLW, Sachi Blackheart winning the Women's World title. I'm happy for her. I've been watching her there. Happy MLW has been back. So that's been really one of the cool things about MLW so far being brought back. Seeing her be able to be Women's Champion. So that's really awesome. Into TNA, where we had some releases. Steve Macklin, fortunately, not being able to be a part of TNA as of right now, so I could actually see him being a part of AEW since his wife is over there, so that would be making more sense. And also when we have Melly Grace actually released from TNA, which kind of sucks to actually see that. But we'll see what things are going to be going for her and what else is next. And last but not least, Saraya wins the NXT Women's North American Championship on NXT most recently. So that's been really cool, and happy she's able to get a championship, a singles championship. So curious to see who's going to be facing her for the championship now and what's going to be happening next. So that's everything in a nutshell that's been happening from last month up until now. So what's your thoughts on everything that I talked about? Leave that in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you like this video. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay notified for all in the Hot Seat Podcast episodes. Until then, I'll catch everyone next time. You will not know the next video may be. Until then, I'll catch everyone next time. See ya.